What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Simon here, and once again we're going out camping. Spring is here, birds are singing, the geese are on the lake. We're using the last bit of snow to test some new gear and just overall having a wonderful experience up here in Canada in the spring. So stay tuned for another wild adventure. This kind of system is going to allow you to carry much more equipment and be comfortable and maybe walk longer and go further distances in the winter using the snow to drag your stuff around. So much easier. We have a few miles to walk. For now, the snow seems hard enough that I can walk without the snowshoes, so that's great. Temperatures are around 40 Fahrenheit right now, 5 degrees Celsius, but it's gonna dip tonight as always. So we're coming up to the edge of the river that separates both lakes, and I wasn't expecting so much open water already. I don't know if you guys can hear them. There's a duck right there. There's a duck and two geese. Let's try and walk up to them a little more. Oh, see? Flying away. Those are mallards. Oh, there's a bunch of them right there. This little creek seems to be a really good spot for them. It's also the only open water I see. This lake right there is all pretty frozen. So I think they're just happy to come and enjoy this bit of the water. Oh, they're coming this way. What's up, guys? I really don't want to get my boots wet. One or two more miles and I'm coming up to the lake, so I'm gonna go check it out. But also I can see out there in the distance there's a hunter's shack, so that could be pretty cool. I love seeing open water like this. Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna be kayaking, that's what it means. Pretty sure we're gonna find a bunch of these guys under the bridge. And here I'm pretty sure it's also melted because it's pretty narrow, and the narrower means the debit is higher, and the higher the debit is, faster it's gonna melt. Oh, right there, big one. Found the spot for hunting. Oh yeah, I can hear a bunch of them down there. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Oh, big boys. All right. Oh yeah, lots of birds here. Oh yeah. Man, it makes me want to hunt. Okay, we're gonna try and come up to these guys in a sneaky way. I see maybe 15 right there on the banks, 20 more out there. So many more out there on the water. Scare them. That would make for such an easy hunt. You need a boat to recover them because they'll mostly be landing on the water. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them I can see. The more I walk, the more I see silhouettes appearing in the distance. Oh, okay, this is pretty wet here. Where I plan to camp is somewhere in there, but I can see that the lake is still frozen, so we're not going to see any birds, so that kind of changed my plans. Yeah, we're going to go take a lunch break at the bridge. I'm getting a little hungry. I'm going to think about it. See what I do. Maybe I could camp under the bridge. Could I hang my hammock in there? I might be coming up with a new idea. Alright, we're gonna walk around a bit because I think I could hang my hammock under the bridge. That'd be fine. But I also kind of really want to make a fire tonight. And I fear making a fire underneath the bridge might attract unwanted attention. So I don't think this side is any better, any flatter. Basically looking for a flat spot. That's what I'm looking for. Whoa. And it's rocky. Lots of shells. We get lots of moisture coming off from this water. So I think that's a no. All right. Okay, so I think we're gonna take the sled and we're gonna leave it under here. We're gonna go explore a little bit because I'm feeling confident that I can camp here. So I'm probably gonna be hanging the hammock between this bit, this piece of wood, and this one. I've never been in a situation where I don't find a spot for hanging my hammock. Usually I'm gonna be trying to find the optimal setting for my hammock so that when I wake up I see the lake or something like that. So we're coming up to the hunter's cabin behind me, and I'm gonna have to put the snowshoes, but if I have to go over ponds like this, I'm not gonna be going because I don't want to get my feet wet. That's a big deal for me. This is probably pretty swampy in the summer. There's definitely water in there. I'm looking at the terrain and I'm gonna try to avoid any depressions. Does that mean there could be water down there? All right, you gotta risk it for the biscuit. That looks like a little stream here. Definitely is. Pretty nice tent. We made it. Yay. So this little stand here, this is made for moose hunting. It's nice. Left a bottle of water for us. So this must actually be a pretty good hunting spot, because for the moose to navigate in between the two lakes, this here and the bit at the bridge is clearly the narrowest bit of open water for them to cross. So I'm pretty sure this guy has successful hunts up here. Lots of swamp, so it's a water point, so that's good. I think I'm gonna enjoy this a little bit, and then we're gonna head back to the chosen spot, because I still have to put my hammock up and cook a bit of food. All right, let's talk about why I'm a hammock camper and why you see me doing so many trips with a hammock instead of a tent. Right now, for me, hammocking just makes so much more sense for many reasons. First being the price, and then second would be the comfort. Third would be adaptability. But it's not going to be necessarily the best option for you guys. If, I don't know, let's say you guys are camping into mountains where you're not going to be finding so much trees as I do around here, or maybe you guys are hiking trails and you're going to find designated areas where you can sleep. And maybe you're hiking with a group and you're going to come up to this nice little place where you can, you know, make a fire and set your tents down, but you're going to have to go camp all the way back there to find a tree line to hang your hammock. So that could be a downside. But I've done both. I had a tent when I was younger. It was an MSR tent, really good tent, pretty lightweight, very comfortable, and I loved it. But there's some downsides for me that really make me go for hammock way more than a tent, and it's going to be adaptability. For me, adaptability is the biggest point for a hammock. I've never came up to a place where I can't pitch my hammock. Since I'm wild camping all the time, rarely ever going to a designated area where you can pitch in a tent, for me it's much easier to find a place to put down a hammock. A good example would be last year I scaled a river, the one we saw in the last episode. I scaled it with my kayak for 5 days and 4 nights. Don't think I even saw a single spot where I could have put down a tent in that whole trip. While my hammock, every single night I found a very good spot right by the edge of the river with very nice view, camping right by the water. I found spot for my hammock where I slept super well even though it's been raining. And that's going to bring us onto the next point, why some people say tenting is better than hammocking. And it's that when it's raining, you have a nice little porch where you can put your backpack and your boots, and stuff is not going to get wet and stuff. And while that's true, I also find that because of the rain, I prefer hammocking. I find that sitting in my hammock with the tarp maybe raised a little bit, so you can maybe even make a little fire in front of you, cook your food and boil some water. I find that the hammock is just so much more enjoyable on those rainy days because I don't feel so confined. Now, another reason why some people don't like hammocking too much is because of how open it is. And that could be a deal breaker for you guys, but for me, it's actually a big strong point. I really love, while I'm hammocking, to really see all around me. You could have a deer that comes up to you and literally lick your face. So that's why for some people it might be a little bit uncomfortable. But once you get used to it, you feel just so much more connected with nature. And the only time I'm really going to be switching from hammock to tenting, it's going to be in the depth of winter. When it's, you know, minus 15, minus 20, and those really cold temperatures are hitting. That's where a wood stove in a tent, so hot tenting, is going to be just way far superior to any other sort of camping. So just going back to tenting and hammocking, I think also a good reason why you could maybe get into hammocking faster maybe than tenting, it's going to be the price. To buy a good tent and a good sleeping mattress, it's going to throw you back hundreds of dollars. The tent's going to be $300 and the sleeping bag going to be $150, and that's, you know, kind of starting point. Under that, you're not going to find anything lightweight and really portable, while a hammock is going to set you back $40, and a good tarp is $100. So if you already have a sleeping bag at home, $40 for the hammock, $100 for the tarp, and you're set. But then you're going to get into fall and spring, where the temperatures are changing a little bit. You're going to need an underquilt, something else that you need to carry. So that's where I think they really get, you know, to the same point in price and weight is when you're going to start factoring the cold. So that's where, you know, they start to be kind of equal, but still for me, hammock is going to be superior because if it's wet or it's muddy, I will always be dry. Once I hang my hammock under my tarp with my underquilt, I know I'm going to be sleeping super well and I'm going to be dry, and it's just more adaptable for me. So that's my 2 cents on hammock versus tenting. That's why I love both. I think both of them are good options. So tell me in the comment if you guys prefer hammocking or if you guys prefer tenting. What kind of equipment you use and what kind of temperature and what kind of conditions you guys are facing out there. If what I'm saying makes sense to you guys. I've cut my finger. I have a med kit, but I don't even have any plaster in there. So best option for me as a Canadian is hockey tape. Thousands of uses. So tonight on the menu we have tacos, and I have this beef taco filling that's made in Brazil, so it should be pretty good. And you're supposed to just either put this in microwave or drop it in boiling water. What a beautiful day, guys. This is beautiful. My feet are cold though. They've been wet all day. Even if I tried to keep them dry, it's hard, and snow is just so wet. It's really hard to keep your feet dry. Ooh, that's hot. So it's my first time testing these. Let's see if it's any good. I think those are good too. It smells fantastic. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay. That's gonna become a new favorite. $2 for this packet. I think I can make like two little soft tacos. Oh yeah. Wow. I wasn't expecting something that good for $2. Wow. If you guys ever see those little package, get some. Hereford. I forgot to put cheese in this one. Yeah, no cheese. The cheese tax. The cheese tax. So this is the kind of meal I'm going to be carrying this summer, for sure. It is really good. Form factor is pretty good. It's pretty slim. It's easy to pack. It's pretty easy to use. Just drop it in boiling water. This is a different kind. This is black bean and beef. It's going to be more like a feijoada, Brazilian meal. I'm not sure it's going to be like, you know, smoky and stuff like a real feijoada. But if it's anything like this one, it's going to be pretty good. And yeah, I like freeze-dried meals, but they're pretty expensive. But they're super light to carry. So, and usually pretty tasty, but not as much as this beef. This beef is really good. I'm gonna do something for safety, which is I'm gonna bring the food on the dirty garbage bag. So I've put like the envelope and other things. I've put it in this little container, and we're gonna bring this at the other end of the bridge, just so that if the bears try to get to it, they're not gonna be too close to me. So we're gonna bring that across, and then I'm slowly gonna get ready to go to bed. I definitely need to put some clothes on because I'm cold. This is so beautiful though. It's a really nice spot that I chose. I kept a few dates with me that I'm gonna eat all. Dates and brie cheese. That's gonna be a little snack before I go to bed. But I'm definitely gonna eat everything, and I'm gonna zip seal the bag, put it inside another bag, put it inside my backpack. You're never too careful. Alright, let's get down there. So I'm keeping my spare clothes in the poor man's dry bag, which is a garbage bag. Temperatures are plummeting. All right, I got merino wool base layer for the bottom. Got my down jacket. Oh, I even brought some pants. Nice. Good, that's good. I'm gonna wear those. And obviously, the most important part of clothing in the winter are gonna be dry wool socks for sleeping. This is gonna make a big difference. Down jacket. Oh yeah. There you go. I should get much better pretty fast. Nature is really alive tonight. Out there on the water, I heard two big splash, really big splashes. And then one of the geese started screaming like it was choking or something. So it really sounded like it was choking. So I'm pretty sure we have a wolf that just caught one of these geese. And then right here in front of me, there's a big beaver that keeps slapping his tail at me. And as soon as I stood from the hammock, I stood up and I tried to position the tripod. It just left. So yeah, lots of things are happening. I have my bear spray right here, because you never know. But yeah, pretty cool. They all flew up at the same time. I heard a really big splash, something much bigger than a goose could do, and they all flew away. So this is definitely hunting territory for the wolves. I've seen many poop today. I know there's a bunch of wolves around here. It's gonna be a fun night. Morning, y'all. I didn't get cold last night. I was pretty comfy. I want to stay in bed though. Oh. I guess it's time to get up now. Yeah, it's not too cold this morning. It's supposed to rain today. I'm happy it didn't start yet. I missed that, being able to just chill a little bit in your hammock in the morning because the temperatures allows it. Okay. It's very thin, but there's definitely a little ice on the river. The geese are all back. Almost. Good morning, guys. All right. I think I'm gonna pack everything. I'm gonna get everything ready. Then I'm gonna leave the sled here, and I'm gonna go explore this way a little bit. I want to go check out the geese again. just to show you guys the difference between on the trail and as soon as you step off the trail. Whoopah! I'm almost all the way to my crotch now. I swerved off of the trail and I found this. Looks like a pretty rundown camp, but I guess we're gonna check it out. Alright guys, that's it for us for today. Thanks again a lot for watching. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We're back at my place in my gear room because yesterday I had a little bit of an accident. I knocked off the tripod, it fell into a puddle, water got into my microphone, rendering some of the shots absolutely unusable. But don't worry, that's already all fixed for the next episode, in which we're going to be building a nice semi-permanent hut in the forest that we're going to be using all through summer, spring, and maybe a little bit of next winter. So if you guys don't want to miss that, go hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and on that note, thanks again guys, I'll see you next time.